What kind of advice would you give those student athletes that have their minds dead set on making it pro? What kind of advice would you give them?
It's hard work, dedication, and just go hard, man. I mean, you really got to do your craft, like whatever it is. It don't even have to be sports. Whatever it is, you have to really dig into that and get out the partying and stuff and dig into that. And it'll pay off to where you can parlay and party and relax a little bit. But while you're young, man, you got to get it.
What kind of advice would you give someone that wants to, they have their mind made up, I want to make it to the NBA, I want to make it to the NFL. What kind of advice would you give them to have those type of goals?
Stay dedicated, stay in school, separate yourself from your teammates, peers, etc. Like that. It's gonna come with obstacles and stuff like that, but you just keep going through it and you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
What advice would you give student athletes that want to make it pro? They have that's their mindset. I just want to make it pro. I just want to make it pro. That's all I want to do. I don't care about school. I just want to make sure I get here because I want to make my family proud, make a lot of money. What would you tell them?
That's like putting all your eggs in one basket. What if you drop that basket? So you don't have no bread, you don't have no meat, you don't have no water, you only want eggs? You can't sustain a life like that. So even though you want to make it pro, no matter the sport, you gotta have a backup plan for that. And on that. Get your 3 plans of anything you want to do. Okay, sport. Now, if the sport goes away, what's next? What would you want to do? Because after the sport, you gotta have something to fall back on. You're not gonna play from 18 to 65 and draw Social Security. No matter how hard you work, if the opportunity is not presented, it will never happen. It's like being in outer space. If nobody explores that planet, nobody will know it exists. So location, location, location. So the most you could do is you have to research maybe where you could go. Present yourself. Have a coach that believes in you and wants you to make it. So now the coach has to reach out to players, reach out to other schools and say, hey, you might do 10 to 15 years, 20 if you're lucky. Everybody's not LeBron James.
It's true.
But look at all the other things he does on the side. So when basketball is over, he will still be present. He will still have a purpose. That's where depression, anxiety, suicide comes in from athletes who don't make it. Or who make it and don't stay long enough. Yeah, that matters.
Right. Those individuals that are stuck on playing pro, right? What kind of advice would you give them to say, you know what, I want to make it to the NBA or nothing, or NFL or nothing?
Yeah, always keep your options open. No matter what, you always want to have as many doors open as possible. If it's not sports, it might be coaching. If it's not coaching, it might be physical therapy. You always want to have something in your back pocket because something might happen that might not be, what you thought it would happen. And so always keep those options available to you, and then you're never going to fail. There's always going to be something to land on to catapult you into your next endeavor.
What kind of advice would you give student athletes that have this, I got to go pro or nothing else? That's what I want to do. What kind of advice would you give them?
I would tell them that's to kind of explore themselves and understand that they have multiple avenues to make it one way. You don't have to go just pro. Like if you do feel that way, just look at what you can do. Like I say, myself, I explored like some of my skills and my passions that I had prior to football, which was art and drawing and just art and music and stuff. So I explored it, and today I'm a barber. I'm a professional. I'm a licensed barber, I'm a professional, and also a cosmetologist. And it really extended from my artistic background. That's how I got into it. So.
Why would you say explore outside of your sport? Why is that so important to you to say that? Other than some people say just stay focused on this and hard work and you'll get there. Talk to us a little bit of why you had that mentality.
Because staying like the one way, you get it. Well, exploring more so gives you a chance of like self-searching. You get to find yourself. You're gonna go like after high school. I started going through a lot of that, which was a cause of some people might be depression and stuff, but for me, for sure, it was a cause of depression. I didn't know myself or what I could actually do. So I felt like this had failed in the sense everything else was following suit. So I had to explore myself and find what I actually had what talents or what I actually could do. And I say that's big, just knowing yourself.